Well, hello everyone. Day 16, Almaty, Kazakhstan. We went down south and we met with Idos and Vladimir and his team on these amazing projects that they're building. And the first thing I noticed when I got on the job site, people working in the correct position, upright, very easy, not bending over, clean work site. These are all very positive things. Last time I was here, I was a little critical of them about these things, and now things are looking much better. Great visual controls on all the different floors. The job site was neat and orderly. The job site was flat. Last time it was very undulated, very difficult to get around. When I went into the main safety entrance to go into the building, super clean, well constructed, very precise, nothing sloppy about anything, just show that high level of precision. When I went inside, I saw the first thing I didn't really like very much. I saw defects in the bricks. I said we should be able to get the bricks into the building without being all chipped up. We just have to go through all these, sort through them, throw them out. It causes debris on the floor. We want to get everything in there defect free, and that's what we're striving for here. So we want to make sure we solve the problems, go to the source of the problem. What causes the bricks to be damaged when we bring them up there? That is the key. Go to the source. What I've really enjoyed about teaching lean to the BI group is their subcontractors, man. They totally get it. So this is a subcontractor who does all their brick work. And we've been working with him 2 or 3 times now, and he just gets happier and happier and more engaged, and he loves lean. It's just helping him creating work cells. He shows us this very cool jig that he devised, which allows you to mark out the center of the brick, and then he got a really high quality Milwaukee tool which cuts through it instead of using a handsaw. So he's very jacked up about the fact he's making all these great improvements, and quality's going up and the preciseness is going up, and he's just a really gregarious, outgoing guy. In the beginning, the subcontractors didn't want to listen to us. They just said, oh, we do work our own way, we know what we're doing. But now he loves it. Now look at this one. They got Hilti to come in, and they came up with a great solution. Their cordless gun will shoot a fastener in 1 second. Now, the old way was taking him 47 seconds. This is Osselbeck. This is a contractor who's responsible for all the brickwork. He's the guy who's just so excited about lean. He goes ahead and shows us how long it was taking him to drill every anchor and then insert it in, pound it in with a hammer, 47 seconds, tighten everything, and now he's putting the whole thing in for a fraction of the cost with one anchor with Hilti, just boom, over with. He is so jacked up and so excited, and these are the kinds of savings we're experiencing everywhere on the job site. It is really, really exciting to see what's going on. It's just so cool when people learn about new and better ways to do things. And this is Valentin. I met him. He's the Hilti rep. He's just a great guy, very excited about lean, very excited about implementing all these improvements. And also back, this is all his cells that he's setting up, so they're neat and organized. His guys are much more productive. Idos and his team and Vladimir came up with this system for screening over all the elevator shafts, so all the debris didn't come down and rain on everybody. They actually asked the manufacturer to increase the size of the bricks, so they have to put up less bricks. The walls are smoother. They are just coming up with innovation after innovation. And now this groove, they're asking the manufacturer to put the groove in so they don't even have to cut it.
Good question.
So you asked?
Мы делать на заводе, зададим этот вопрос нашим поставщикам.
Yes, we're gonna ask our suppliers.
Вернее, мы его уже задали,
You asked them, and they said they're considerate.
Yes, and we're still waiting for their.
So there's all levels of lean, okay?
Здесь несколько уровней лин.
But you're doing a level way above everyone else.
Но ваш лин намного ступеней выше, чем.
Because now you're teaching your suppliers lean.
Потому что теперь вы учите своих подрядчиков лин.
They're very clever. That's very, very good. They got all the tools on there. They just walk with them, and everything's coming on there really nice. Step is everything's cordless. Got a trash cart right here. You can pull all this debris in there, and then push it right out over the edge. And everything on wheels. This is excellent. This is the way we want to have everything. Broom with it. Excellent. It's always incredible to get a perspective on the scope of these projects. They are just absolutely massive as you look around. And so this is another cool thing. They're putting all their electrical embedded in the concrete. Before it was not. They're embedding it in the wall. Now, I always said the mitigation of weather is everything. They're putting in all the hot water lines in the nice weather instead of waiting to the winter time. They're using professional chutes that we see on construction sites in the US. They've changed their anchor system to, instead of a system that they have to put the bolt in and then cut them off when they're done taking down the safety equipment, they have a new anchor from Hilti that they can screw in and screw back out and used about 20 times, saving them a ton of time, money, effort, and hassle. So they're improving things at every level every time they turn around. Yep, everything keeps improving. Now they're gunite the walls on the interior. Their walls are getting very smooth, very nice. They used to put it all on by hand. Now they're shooting it all on and then troweling it. They make this pan to catch all the debris, but they improved the pan now. Watch this. This is the new pan. It has a handle on it, easy to remove. It gives you the exact offset they want the material to come down to. They've got that set up. They're jigging, they're fixturing, they're templing. They're doing all these things that improve quality. And this is the competition's building. Nobody's living in it. Their building isn't even done, completely sold out. Their quality is improving. It's just amazing to see all the great improvements. So we went into the interior of their buildings, and the nice thing is they had a nice smooth walkway to walk across the gravel. They didn't have to struggle, so they're understanding that principle. Things I didn't like was on the tile work. They had the tile leaning up against finished doors. We don't want to do that. That creates over processing, defects, and damage to the interior finish work and doors, so we want to avoid that. We watched the gal do some of the tile work a little bit slow, in my opinion. I think there are lots of ways to improve the quality as well as the productivity. The quality was very nice, but they're leveling the floors with at least an inch of mud, just very time consuming. I suggested using self-leveling concrete. They get all the floors perfectly level. She could put on a one clean trowel coat and put the tile down much more quickly. Another couple issues where they're putting on finished items before the walls are even done and painted. We don't want to do that. We want the finished items to go on in the correct sequence after the walls have been finished and painted. Then all you have to do is put a bead of caulking down the edge of the door and you walk away. But when you put on finished items before the room is ready for them, then you have to go over and over process them. You damage the finished goods. They've got light fixtures going up yet and the walls have not been painted. These are things you don't want to do. This is out of sequence, and we want to focus on getting the correct sequence so we're not over processing. So just another good example, we have a finished radiator in and the wall's not painted, and we're still doing wall work and we're getting dust all over it, and then we got to come back and clean all that, which is a ton of over processing. We want to work on design aspects. So we've got a finished door in, and then we've got an unfinished wall, and then we got to deal with all these transitions here, which are going to be very complicated and very time consuming. If we thought about a metal trim piece that literally came on here, wrapped around the edge, and finished this whole detail off, it would be very, very easy to execute. Now, the first thing they say is, well, it's going to be expensive. Well, how expensive is it going to be to deal with all these transition issues on all these buildings? I mean, it's almost staggering when you think about how much work is going to be involved in doing all this when there's a much simpler way. This is the good news. This is the competition, and they can't sell them. They're empty because the quality is so poor, and BI's quality is so good. It sells out before the building's even done. So they've got so much going on for them. This is their building, completely sold out. It's not even completed yet. So they're doing a great job. We just want to bring it to the next level of precision, attention to detail, standardization, and making every process flow evenly and consistently.
Great
So I had
job.
another great day in Almaty with Idos and Vladimir and the rest of the team. It was just absolutely fantastic. It's always great seeing them. Almaty's a beautiful city. Went out to dinner, had a great time, and the next day we're going to another project outside of Almaty.